I like to highlight some positive stories around women's basketball when I get the chance and interactions with fans. And I thought this one fit the bill, and it's specifically about AZ Fudd. It's not a huge deal, but it was something that was kind of sweet and figured was worth sharing because many of you might not have seen it. The context of this is UConn had a bowling event that some of their fans attended. Some of their biggest fans obviously attended, and the team was there. Gino Oriema was there. Paige Beckers was there. You could see John Pearson from a local news station captured this video of Paige, who is clearly equipped well on the bowling alley, in the bowling alley. First throw of the day, apparently. The strike. You hear the "oh come ons," probably because those people were like, "How could you be this good at this when you already are an excellent basketball player?" But the anecdote that I'm mentioning or focusing on was between a young woman and AZ Fudd, and this woman covers. I've looked at her TikTok. She does a lot of commentary on the UConn basketball team, and is obviously a big fan of UConn and AZ specifically. There was an interaction shared online, and she commented above it saying, "Hi, OMG, funnily enough, this is me. My jaw dropped when I saw myself in these tweets because I'm a regular UConn Twitter lurker, but I never tweet." She was so sweet, truly one of the kindest people I've ever met. And you can see them discussing something here. Her tattoo she shows to AZ Fudd in the video, and it's on her shoulder with the word unbreakable. You can see her referencing it there. And there is the tattoo, the word unbreakable, which is a reference to an article, I think, about AZ Fudd, and of course, Fudd's journey to get back where she was. And there's a little bit more to the story and to the two of them having had interactions in the past and perhaps a future interaction. Because if you link from her Twitter to her TikTok, you'll see this. And her name, I believe, is Celine, perhaps. But as you see, I want to make sure I credit her properly. It is her TikTok and her account and her story. But here is what she said.
Actually agreed to an unbreakable bracelet exchange at the St. John's game in New York on January 15th. She told me not to forget, and I was like, there is no way that I am forgetting. So I am trying to formalize this bracelet exchange, and I'm hoping that the algorithm works its magic. So the story is, I was at UConn bowling today, which was just unreal. I had a great time. I've talked about this on this account before, but I wore a bracelet that said unbreakable on it every day of this summer because after I read an article from Kelsey Plum's dog camp where she said that she made a bracelet with that word on it, I was just really inspired by that word. I thought it was a word that could give me a lot of strength as I was moving across the country for the first time to do my summer internship, which was scary, but I wore that bracelet every single day. And then I got through the summer with all of its high points and its challenges. And then at the end of the summer, I got a tattoo on my arm with the word unbreakable on it. It's in my handwriting, but I did apologize to AZ for stealing her word. She said I didn't steal it, which is fair, but it definitely was inspired by her. And then AZ was like, "Oh, like I should have given you my unbreakable bracelet. Like I wish I had worn it." And she said, "In the future, if I ever see you again, I'll have to give you a bracelet." And I said, "I'm going to be at the St. John's game in Queens, New York in 2 weeks." And she said, "We'll see each other." And then she told me not to forget. And in my head, I was like, girl, I'm not going to forget.
So there you have it, the story behind the story there. And it's just another reminder. We talk about, there's always these controversies that come up. And then obviously I like to do a lot of game analysis because I like basketball, right? And that's what it's really about. But beyond that too, one of the things it's about is the connection with fans and the lasting impression that players can leave on fans. And obviously you see that AZ Fudd left an impression on this fan, quite literally. And AZ also being approachable and kind to her, I'm sure went a long way. So I figured that was worth sharing. And one thing I've noticed is how passionate the UConn basketball community is. So when I'm critiquing Paige or Gino or whatever, they're in the comments. Want to make sure share that positivity as well. And hopefully AZ Fudd can be back on the court the rest of the season, healthy the rest of the way, so we can see what she really is capable of, and that word unbreakable holds true.